Hey everyone, good day. We are the Group 1. My name is Diana and today we'll be sharing with you the success story of the entrepreneur and inventor, Engineer Isa Mihenio Labastilla. Engineer Mihenio is the Filipina inventor of the SALT, or the Sustainable Alternative Lighting Lamp, and co-founder and CEO of the company under the same name. In 2006, she earned a Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering from De La Salle PAC. She spent her 5 years as a database and automation engineer. Eventually, she decided to step outside of her comfort zone and work for an NGO for at least a year and a half. Volunteering in rural regions, particularly with Greenpeace Philippines, prompted her to think about and produce something valuable. She had her eureka moment the time when she witnessed the life in a remote village in the Cordillera Mountains of the Philippines' northern Luzon province, where the only source of light was the moonlight or a kerosene lamp. Many people's lack of access to electricity and other fundamental needs sparked her realization of the need for an alternative light supply. To support her research and study, she decided to work as an instructor at her alma mater institution, De La Salle PAC. And the rest is history. They now have their headquarters in Binyan, Laguna.
Salt is a business that was founded by Isa Mihenio and her brother Ralph Mihenio. Their inspiration for founding Salt comes from their experience when they are doing environmental campaign, as Miss Mihenio is also a member of Greenpeace Philippines. One of the campaign is spending time with Bubut tribe, a tribe in Kalinga, wherein the tribe's people only use kerosene as their lightings for their chores at night. While experiencing how hard it is to live without electricity and to only rely on kerosene, it sparks their motivation to solve this hardship for the people that faces it every night. Thus, SALT, or Sustainable Alternative Lighting, was founded and conceptualized to help many other people who have similar challenges and give them a better, safe, and easy solution in creating a source of light in their homes with just water and salt that is accessible to most people nowadays.
The science behind salt lamp is dependent on the chemical conversion of energy. It uses almost the same principle as the galvanic cell, but instead of using electrolysis, the salt lamp uses saline solution, which is harmless and non-toxic. Other people make use of kerosene lamps, which can cause fires and other accidents, whereas the salt lamp doesn't have components and compounds that could cause a fire. It also doesn't emit toxic gases. It can also function well in remote barrios. With just 2 tablespoons of salt and 1 glass of tap water, this ecologically designed lamp can run for 8 hours. It also has a USB port to charge low-power mobile devices such as cell phones, smartphones, and MP3 players. Durability. Salt lamp is a lamp powered by the reaction. The anode must be replaced approximately every 6 months, and the saline water daily. Seawater is usable. Salt is based on metal-air technology, where it consumes ambient air as cathode, metal anode, and saline solution to create a chemical reaction. This generates enough power to light up LED and charge low-power mobile devices like cell phone. The product concept was formed after living with the natives of Butbut tribe for days, relying on kerosene lamps and moonlight to do evening chores.
The mission of Isa Mahino of inventing the salt or sustainable alternative lighting lamp is to change the habit of the Filipino living in remote communities of using kerosene lamp and candles, and the danger that can be causes to us by using a kerosene lamp and candle in case of fire accidents, and it can release a black carbon that causes health disease like lung disease and eye problem. And the vision of Isa Mahino was to solve the problem of 16 million Filipinos who have no access to the electricities, those in the mountains and a small island people of the grid.
Engineer Isa Mijeno, a member of Greenpeace Philippines, developed a product concept after staying with the Putbut tribe in Kalinga and realizing the challenges of relying on kerosene lamps for lighting. She created Salt, a sustainable lamp that uses salt water as its power source, with the aim of providing a sustainable way of life for communities. For Engineer Isa Mijeno, Salt is not just a business, but a social enterprise that promotes environmental campaigns and helps numerous communities. Together with her brother Ralph Mijeno, she participated in different pitch competitions to promote and grow salt. Based on her interview, she says that she worked with Greenpeace Philippines for a year and a half, but owing to her poor income and depletion of her funds, she had to find another sustainable career. She then spent the last 12 years at Acadream. Her previous work in the automation business and with an NGO provided her with the required skills and resources to create the innovative equipment. Without her broad experiences, Engineer Isa Mejeno might not have been able to develop salt, which was intended as a sustainable lighting source for off-grid communities.
November 18, 2015, it was Mohino who took center stage at APEC CEO Summit, inspiring the crown of industry leader with the story of her startup and called sustainable alternative lightning salt. According to Engineer Mohino, they were not supposed to be a CEO summit as they think do not the qualified to part of it. Still, she ended up sharing a spotlight with no less than the former US President Barack Obama and the Aliba and founder and executive chairman and Jack Ma. The former U.S. President recognized Engineer Isa Muhino expertise in front of APEC delegates, and she was even offered a scholarship by the White House and mentorship by Aliba CEO and Jack Ma. It was November 14 when she and her brother was appointment delegates on their was the SME event, and she got a call from public affairs attached from the White House, inviting her to join a U.S. President in panel discussion, the APEC CEO Summit. At first, she thought it was some kind of a prank call, a joke as did not really take and serious. Just imagine, you're doing your mundane and activity, then you have calling telling you and she from the White House. The woman on the other end told Mohino to expect an email with details and requests. When si Mohino got the email and she searched for the person who Facebook and LinkedIn to check her identity. Well, in short, Google her up and she seemed legit. Meanwhile, his younger brother Rafael, salt compounder and chief financial officer, took his excitement to Facebook. How would you feel if someone from the White House gave you a call and asked you to be part of a panel alongside as U.S. President Barack Obama and Aliba CEO Jack Ma?
Talking with Barack Obama, Isa Mejeno said that it opens a lot of opportunities for her and his brother. It brought credibility for them and the free marketing for their organization worldwide. They start getting partners not only in the Philippines but across the globe. They also take this opportunity for them to launch a product at Switzerland under the World Trade Organization, which made them donate a considerable amount of lanterns for the Philippines. She also got an invitation to study abroad for just a month to help a startup like her become successful.
In the Startup Nation Summit 2014 in South Korea, Isa Mejeno received Kota Award and People's Choice Award. She also received the ASEAN SME Sustainability Commitment from ACSSA 2015 in the Philippines. In the same year 2015, she received an Innovation for Impact Award from ADB X Idea Space. She also received Asia Entrepreneurship Award from Japan in the year 2015. She also received National Research Foundation Tech Venture in Singapore in the year 2015. She was also included in the top 3 of Product Startup of the Year in Malaysia. She was a runner-up in the Startup Open 2015 in the USA. One of the most recent and most important awards that she received is the Outstanding Young Man of the Philippines in the year 2019. Because of her inspiring vision and game-changing innovations, she has received various awards around the world.
Engineer Mejeno on entrepreneurship. Passion, from the perspective of Ms. Mejeno, is subject to change throughout time. Prior to becoming a famous inventor and entrepreneur, her former profession was difficult for her. Eventually, though, she realized that she had the capacity to generate ideas. She constantly acknowledged in her interviews that the greatest obstacle that she faces is herself and her mentality. It has always been a gamble for us to confront these obstacles in life. But time has always led us to where we are supposed to be. For her, having this courage, stepping up, and taking the lead are the foundations for our destiny. Even if she took a different path and sacrificed her passion, if you are good at what you do, it will ultimately flourish and lead you to your true calling.
Curious, passionate, and patriotic. These are the characteristics that Miss Miheno have. But what makes her different from other people is that she takes risks. She quits her job in IT industry to focus on what she thinks will give her more opportunity to help her countrymen. She also shows great characteristic by taking risks of getting out of her comfort zone to achieve what she truly wanted, to help thousands and millions families by lighting their house in a more safer, cheaper, and convenient way. After experiencing how hard it is to live without a proper lighting, especially to the places where electricity is not available, it sparks her motivation and perseverance to help them. Lastly, success for her is not all about the money, but success is being of service as well as providing for her family.